okay, we can't just keep this to the Shepherd cluster, we have to share this wider. Because she really, every day when I coach, it seems like a day doesn't go by where someone doesn't bring up something that Melanie shared with them. So we are really happy to have you share with the whole group.
Just talk. It's there.
Okay.
Just speak.
Can I first say I'm very humbled to be asked to speak, because I know that there are so many people that are very much more qualified to be up here. But I'm just going to tell you my story. So, at National Conference in 2009, Jack Canfield, co-author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, was the guest speaker. And from him, I learned that in order to be successful, you had to take 100% responsibility for everything that happens in your life. That doesn't mean that it's your fault. It only means that you can choose to be a victor or a victim. Jack also taught me the power of visualization. If you visualize something every day for 30 days, your mind will find a way to make it happen. With this training, I was able to achieve my biggest goal at the time, and that was Maui. Being able to go on a premier level trip completely changed the way I look at my business. I couldn't believe the difference between the mid-level trip and the premier trip. They treat you like royalty. I said that I will never take a lower level trip again. And that year, I was on track to earn the silver level cruise. And then my husband accepted a job in Knoxville, Tennessee. Moving to Knoxville is the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my business. I noticed that people in the city are different, more standoffish, and I had a harder time restarting my business. I seriously contemplated quitting. I did not earn the silver level cruise, but I did earn the bronze. And I gave myself a break and I said, it's okay, I just went through a traumatic move. A true leader can step back, look at their business, and without making excuses, can find a realistic picture of what you need at that moment. So I took a deep look into what was important to me and what I wanted to accomplish with my business. I found a hospitality meeting that I could attend so that I could still get fed. And I decided I wanted to continue going strong, so I made a sacrifice of driving 2 hours to go do shows in Chattanooga, Tennessee, while I was still working to meet people in Knoxville. In the spring of 2012, I was introduced to the Mind Aware with Dana Wilde. And through her, I learned that having a mantra or a positive affirmation can completely change everything. Your unconscious mind is constantly filtering out everything around you. Colors, noises, when's the last time you took a breath? When's the last time you blinked your eyes? Every time that you take a step and you're walking, even your self-beliefs. The great thing is you can train your brain to think certain thoughts. So here's an example, and this is her new book, Train Your Brain in a While. Close your eyes. Imagine you're standing in your kitchen. Imagine yourself as you are in your mind, as though you are in your body. In other words, use your mind's eye. Even though your eyes are closed, imagine the room as though you are looking through your own eyes. Visualize. Now with your eyes closed, using your mind's eye, imagine everything around you as you stand in the middle of your kitchen. Maybe it's the temperature in the room or the hum of the refrigerator. Just take in all the different sounds, smells, and sights around you. Visualize yourself walking up to your fridge and opening the door. Feel the blast of cold air escaping from the refrigerator, and notice there's a small lemon sitting on the center of the top shelf. Imagine reaching out and picking up the lemon and noticing how cold and firm it is when you touch it. You can feel the small pock marks on the rind. It is heavy and firm with juice. With your eyes still closed, imagine yourself holding the lemon in your hand, shutting the refrigerator door, and walking over to your kitchen counter. Place the lemon on the cutting board in front of you. See yourself picking up a knife, sitting next to the cutting board, and slicing through the center of the lemon, cutting it in half. The knife is very sharp, and it slices through the lemon easily. Notice the juice oozing out of the lemon and onto the cutting board. Now visualize picking up half of the lemon, placing the juicy side into your mouth, and biting down. You salivate from the taste. Did you salivate? That proves how powerful the unconscious mind is. It can't tell the difference between fact and fiction. With this training in mind, I knew I needed to focus on recruiting, so I started using the mantra, I love how easily I attract go-getters and self-starters to my team. After saying this mantra daily for a few weeks, Cherie Beasley joined my team. In the moment she sat down with me, I knew she would be a leader and began working with her as such. I continued with my mantras, and in September at Leadership, we received a golden ticket to recruit anybody we wanted. With this, the girl I recruited Alicia Hagberg. Again, from the moment I met Alicia, I knew she would be a leader. She started out with a bang and sold $2,500 her first month and $4,000 in her second month. I started in Step Up Your Business class, and Alicia and Cherie were the two that were the most committed. So I attached myself to them and started doing show-based coaching using the 90-day tracker. They would call me after every show, and we only focused on the numbers. How many people were there, how many recruit leads there were, how many bookings, and I would give them a suggestion of a training to help improve whatever area they were lacking. I'm so proud to say that Alicia Hagberg and Cherie Beasley will both be walking across stage as new directors. As these two were building their teams, I continued to build mine and kept focusing on recruiting. You see, every year I strive for excellence awards, and every year I've been close, but never earned it. I've watched my friends walk across stage and cheered for them, but kept saying, next year it will be me. And it was so hard deep inside knowing that I wanted it so bad, yet I wasn't up there. This past year I've learned that instead of being envious of others, I can look at them and think, what could I learn from him or her? Also this year, I made the decision that I would be walking across stage and earning my bracelets. At our director retreat, I even had a picture taken wearing a friend's bracelet because I knew that visualizing myself wearing that bracelet would make it happen. I'm so excited to say that, yes, I did earn my bracelet, and I am finally. When you look at me and you think, oh, that's Melody, of course she can do it. She's always happy and she doesn't have the same problems that I have. I want you to know that I do. Let me share a little of my background. I started my business in Atlanta, Georgia in February 2005 so that I could stay at home with my 3-month-old baby. I wasn't sure that this business would work because I had tried 2 others and failed miserably. But I decided to give this one my all. 1 year into my business, I promoted to director, and in the same month, our house in Atlanta was foreclosed on, and we moved in with my in-laws in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I had to restart my business again. In the following 4 years, my father passed away, I had another baby, I went back to school and earned a degree, and my husband and I spent 18 months separated, and then my brother passed away. You can see that I have every reason to give up. So if you're sitting here today and have never earned excellence awards, or if it's been a while since you have, I challenge you to find your own mantra and visualize yourself making it happen. It is completely up to you. No matter what has happened in the past, today is a new day. Will you be a victor or a victim?